All right, in the absence of Mitch, I'll host the NRL tipping pod today.
Okay. I've got a thing at 10 o'clock I've got to be at. But
I'm sure the listeners would love that.
Me too.
All right,
mattress.
let's go through them. This is round 22
well, who else have we got here?
of the NRL.
Heavy lifting. Is Nick here or no?
I can help you out.
Okay.
Lockie.
Why don't you do all the talking and let me just anchor it, and that way you can do all the talking for the things.
What's your show, mate?
Yeah. Okay.
People don't tune in.
Here we go. We're at the. We're tipping.
I'll do the anchoring, mate. I'll leave it to the professional. Game 1, Thursday night.
But you're going to do all the talking.
That is tonight, 7:50 p.m. West Tigers versus the Cowboys. Ash.
Who do you like?
Our resident expert. You get his tips in the Courier Mail. Who are you thinking?
Cowboys.
Yeah, they're away. Lutzy, you're over in Paris. You've been keeping an eye on the NRL, mate.
Yeah, I have been, mate. I'm going to get into a bit of detail here, if you don't mind.
Please do, son. What do you like?
I just heard you're in a hurry. I don't know. I'm going that bad. I got 4 from 8 last week. I mean, I'm going to go. I've got to go North Queensland, but I haven't got any confidence in either of these teams. Even though the Cowboys are coming 6th.
They're doing all right. 94% of the punters, the people are tipping on our tipping comp, agree, and Sportsbet have the Cowboys as clear favourites. I'll do the Cowboys as well. Friday night, 6 p.m. First of 2 games. Warriors taking on the Eels. Decimated Eels team. I haven't seen the team list, but Talagi's pretty much confirmed to be going to Penrith.
What is he? I heard that he'd been allowed to negotiate with.
They reckon Penrith 5'8". Yeah,
and they reckon that he's the man to replace Luai.
Yes.
Wow.
Big news, right? Like he's only 19. He's a superstar.
Oh my god.
And the I was reading yesterday that the Parramatta, they won the SG Ball comp last year. So the under 19s or under 18s or something?
Something like that, yeah.
3 of their spine members have left for other clubs.
Really?
So Parramatta, not doing too well.
But
Jason Roll's going into a bit of a...
What was Blaze Talagi's problem at Parramatta? He wanted to be a regular fullback, didn't he?
Yeah, and there was a talk that he would have had to displace Clint Gutherson to get there.
Yeah. And
the chatter around the NRL circles is that he didn't want to have the spotlight on him so young. So he's kind of decided, Penrith came in, we'll play you at 5'8". That's kind of where he came through, fullback 5'8". We'll play you there, play you next to Nathan Cleary. You won't be the star of the show. You'll just be a sidekick, and he'll learn his trade there.
Yeah, but look how far being a sidekick to Nathan Cleary and in that unbelievable Penrith side can take you. Like Luai.
Origin, 1.4 mil, I think he's getting at the Tigers next year.
Is that what it is per season now?
Massive.
I can't wait to see how he goes next year.
Be interesting. He did well, to be fair to him, when Cleary's been injured.
Has Stefan Utuikamanu announced where he's going to be playing next year yet?
Not at time of recording, but I think it looks pretty likely the Bulldogs have secured him.
Not the Storm.
He
came down between the Bulldogs. He wants to stay in Sydney.
Yeah, he's got a young kid. His wife has family in Sydney. They want to stay there for the family support. So at time of recording, it looks like Bulldogs will probably get him.
Wow.
But this is a Warriors versus Eels game. 94% again have gone Warriors with this one.
I'm going Warriors.
You've got to go the Warriors. Parramatta's got nothing to play for.
At all, really. It's
well, I guess it's some incentive. You don't want to pick up a wooden spoon.
But they're missing so many players. Roosters, Dolphins, that's in Perth. That's the 8 p.m. Friday game.
So whose home game is that?
Dolphins home game.
Really?
Yeah, I think every team has to take a game regionally. I think this is technically theirs.
Interesting they take the Roosters, because the Roosters have got a pretty big fan base. You reckon that they'd get a decent crowd at Suncorp?
Yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah, I don't know why they've done it. This is at HBF Park, so it's the soccer ground that they play at in Perth.
Okay.
So not even like Optus Stadium or anything, which I thought might have been a shout.
I'm still going Roosters, sitting pretty in third.
I think so as well.
Definitely.
This next one's a tricky one.
This is huge. And I guess what worries me about this game, Broncos-Titans, it's another Saturday 3 p.m. kickoff, which Mitch said on this podcast last week that the Broncos don't traditionally go well in the afternoon.
Question, is that at Skilled Park?
Seabus?
Yeah, Seabus Super Stadium.
It is.
At 3 p.m.
Correct. You'd be headed along.
You're going to go to that, aren't you, buddy?
I've got
a light bulb moment. You just witnessed that in the flesh.
I just realised that I could go to it, but then I just realised one of my kids is playing. I'm going to be in Brisbane on Saturday.
Bugger, mate.
No.
Yeah.
Geez, the Bronx are $1.60 favourites. I mean, that's quite an effort, laying your hard-earned cash out on them at the moment.
I think so.
Isn't it?
I'd have zero faith in the Broncos. They could either win this game by 40 or lose it by 40.
You
They're
know,
at that sort of point.
That's a lottery. That's roll the dice.
I did a ladder predictor. I hopped on the ladder predictor the other day. I had some time to spare, and I was being like,
Clearly.
yeah. I was waiting at the school actually. I was being as generous as I could to Brisbane. Okay, they're going to win all their games.
Yep.
And then I was going through all the other results. Brisbane could still make the 8.
Yeah.
They have to win every game, and they could finish as high as 6th on the ladder.
Wow.
Like if results go their way.
In your ladder predictor, did you do negative, like say losses for like Cowboys, Titans, Dolphins? I think you were kind of sitting around them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, all those teams above I had, dropping off the perch.
I think you're banking on Melbourne resting a bunch of players
I did
in that last
in that
game.
final game because they're really the only competition that you look at on paper and go, well,
Yeah.
we can't beat them. Everyone else before this slump, you'd go, yeah, well, that's slated in for a victory.
The only issue is I heard on a podcast that Melbourne might look at resting their players for the North Queensland game the week before because they're up in Townsville, which means they might have a full strength team against Brisbane. But who knows?
And the Gold Coast.
I'm going to tip the Titans.
Are you really?
Oh, I think Broncos.
Yeah.
I don't think they
Mostly in the hope I'm going that bad and tipping that I've
yeah.
somehow jinxed them and they'll win.
I can't see him playing as bad as they did last week.
We've been saying that for 8 weeks.
That's a fair point. I think the only change is Selwyn Cobbo out for Corey Oates. Mariner, who went off with an injury against the Doggies, has been named. And then I think Reece Walsh, there was a bit of a scare in training, but he's still named as well. So
What are they doing on the bench?
It
looks like Moser
Sitting.
has.
He's playing. He's 14.
Like he's seems to have locked down that number 14 jersey for the time being. Hey.
Yeah, let me have a look at the teams real quick. Broncos bench looks like Blake Moser, Hetherington, Willison, and Tapau.
Okay, so who's at lock?
Paddy.
Paddy. Okay, yep.
So second row, Jordan Ricky, Pia Kura's back.
Yeah, that's good. Piakura's back.
Yeah,
Yes.
Jensen, Haas in the front row, Billy Walters 9, and then backline.
That's
as
it.
usual.
That's our top line forward pack, isn't it?
This is as close to a full squad, I think, without Cobbo. That's as
Yeah.
strong as you can get.
I'm going to tip the Broncos.
I think so as well.
Yep.
The other Saturday game, second of 3, 5:30 p.m. Storm take on Dragons in Melbourne.
Storm.
Melbourne.
And Munster's back, isn't he? He's in the
Yep.
starting team. So there's a lot of conjecture there about what they were going to do in terms of the bench makeup because I assume with Munster coming back, Tyron Wishart has moved to the number 14, and that means they've got no room for Failonga, or whatever his name is. Is Failonga like the 18th man?
Richard is 14th, and
Failonga?
he's wearing the 20 jersey, but he's position 18.
Yeah, wow. Jeez, what a talent to have that you can't even fit into your 18. That guy'd be playing first grade. How many quality fullbacks are there in the competition?
Yeah, there's heaps.
Like, I mean, think about it. Like, there's so many guns around. Even Trey Fuller for Redcliffe.
You'd argue that Faialogo would probably play for the Dragons. He'd replace Terrell Sloan.
There's so many teams that fail along. Like, he's going to be a great player. He's
Yeah.
going to be around for a long, long time. He's a first grade player.
Might push Pappenhausen out. I think his contract's up at the end of next year.
Really? Okay. Melbourne.
Yep, 98% of people agree with us. Sharky's taken on the Rabbitohs. This is an interesting one.
Sharks.
7:30 game. Rabbitohs, I don't think they have much to play for, but they've kind of been in and around the fight without their stars.
Is Latrell still out?
Yep.
Is he done for the year?
I don't think he's done for the year. I don't think it's been announced if he has.
Did you say the Rabbitohs, Lutzy, or Sharks?
Sharks.
Yeah, I'm Sharks too.
Yeah, me too.
Nico's back?
I'm not sure, actually.
No?
Let me quickly have a look. I'm going Sharks as well. That's at Shark Park. Let's see, Nico. No, Trindle's still number 7. Nico not even on the extended bench, so it doesn't look like he's back just yet. I think Nico's season's over, to be honest. 2 p.m. Sunday, Panthers and Knights. This is definitely the biggest percentage of people going with one team in the tipping. 99% of people going the Panthers over the Knights here.
Yeah.
Same here.
And final one, and this another big game. Sorry,
Yeah,
Lutz.
tricky one, this one. I'm going to go Doggies, but
I think the Doggies.
almost went the other way.
Doggies. I mean, they're at home. Doggies are good. They look really good against the Bronx last week.
Who is
Yeah.
that? Doggies
They're
and-
playing Raiders.
Canberra.
Is that a Belmore?
Oh, actually, you know what? It might be.
Yeah, well, it's it is
It is
Belmore.
Belmore.
Yeah.
It is. Oh man, I'd love to go and watch a game at Belmore. What is it? Doggies and
Raiders.
Remember that day we were out at Belmore, Lutzy? Like, it's one of the biggest
just for a training
shitholes you've
session.
ever seen. There's like a train station that runs past the northern end of the ground. Like, if you kick it too far, it'd definitely go onto the train tracks. And it's just like, but it's got that sort of old school feel about it.
Well, it's like backyards. It's like there's literally, you can kick a footy in someone's backyard at Belmore.
Yeah.
Then they got that big net, don't they, to stop a lot of the balls going out there? But
Yeah, I think so.
They
Yeah.
probably do now. Yeah, back in the day, I'm taking I'm on the doggies. I've liked the doggies for a while now. I love Matt Burton. They seem to be playing as a team. Kick out. They've just got I don't know if Critter's still back on that.
I think Critter and Addo Carr have been named
Connor
this week.
and the Fox.
Yep.
Connor Tracy has been unreal.
He's been brilliant.
Like, he's been playing such good footy, and they've just got a lot of goers in the team. Like, just people that just compete.
They're
Reed
just
Marnie, I
working
know
as a
he's
team.
annoying, but he's the type of guy that you'd like to have in your team, like a Michael
Preston,
Ennis type
Jacob
thing.
Preston, great back rower.
He's going to play Origin.
Yeah,
for
he's
sure.
fantastic. All right, there's your tips. Gamble responsibly. What give us your line that you guys usually say about gambling?
The more you bet, the more you win. I mean,
Catch you next week.
what do we usually say? Yep.